So this week's bite-sized bass hack is going to be about unlocking your Blu-ray player. Now, I know I've already covered this before, however, I didn't cover it well enough because from the title of the video, the Atmos hack, you would think that it's all about just Dolby Atmos, and it's not. So I wanted to point a couple things out. As you'll notice, I've got a Marantz SR7012 here, and that's my Denon X6200. That's going to be going in the RV project. So now I'll be able to have Atmos actually in the RV, which is pretty exciting. And I want to thank my viewers and my subscribers because the more subscribers I have and the more popular my channel is, the more I can, the more clout I have to be able to review other things. And so this is a pretty exciting time for me actually being able to work with Denon and Marantz directly so I can check out their newer products. I've just been working off of their older products so far. So this is exciting to me. Also on top of that, we've got Labor Day coming up, and for those of you that are brand new to the channel, I'm the first ever SVS affiliate, and I'll put some links down below. Their Labor Day sale for their outlet products is pretty awesome. You get pretty much the same bill of rights as their new products on used products. So the same 5-year warranty, 1-year trade up, and all that stuff. But for sales like Labor Day, it's discounted even more. So check out that link down below. I really appreciate the support. But unlocking the Blu-ray player, this is something that I discovered when I first got into Atmos. It was something that I overlooked, and I'm not exactly someone who doesn't pay attention to these things. I'm into audio. I care about audio, and I want the best possible experience. So when it comes to unlocking your Blu-ray player, that might seem a little weird. What am I talking about? Well, the thing is, your Blu-ray player comes, well, most of them come with a standard setting. And for this one, it happens to be BD Audio Mix, but it can be named a couple of other different things. But the thing is, when you have that setting engaged, you cannot possibly get DTS HD, DTS Master, Dolby True HD, Dolby Atmos, DTS:X, all the good stuff, all the lossless formats. And a way I wanted to really point that out was to look at the information that you get when you use the display setting on your Blu-ray player. It'll tell you the video, how many megabits per second you're getting in video and how many megabits per second you're getting in audio. Now, if you don't have your Blu-ray player unlocked, you will get probably something under 1,000 megabits per second. So, or under 1,000 megabits. So under 1 meg per second. And so, when you switch it between the regular format and you get the True HD format or the DTS Master format, you're going to notice a big jump in the megabit per second. So instead of getting like 440 KB or whatever, you're going to notice 5.2 or 6 point whatever megabits per second. So you're talking almost 10 times the amount of information. And this really came into play. What I really want to make this video was using the audio function on your remote and your display function on your remote. It'll tell you what your how many megabits you're producing, and it'll also allow you to switch between formats. So when you switch between formats, you'll notice a change. Now, it's possible that you may switch between formats and prefer the lower format. It's entirely possible. However, I have the Eagles Farewell 1 Tour, which if you're an Eagles fan at all, highly recommend that Blu-ray. It's amazing. So is Hell Freezes Over. It's only on DVD, unfortunately, that I've been able to find it. And so it's got lower quality audio. However, you still have a choice between a 500 KB file or a 1.5 megabit file, and the 1.5 megabit file is better. Knowing this stuff can make a huge difference as far as your enjoyment. And in particular with the Farewell 1 Tour, which I think is kind of humorous. You have to use the audio button on your Blu-ray player every time in order to get the DTS Master. And how big of a difference is it? It's undeniable. The difference between sound in the PCM format and the DTS Master format, undeniable. If you can't hear a difference, just, I don't know, get your hearing checked, because it makes a huge difference. So that's, you know, the hack about unlocking your Blu-ray player. Like I said, I went over this in that Dolby Atmos hack, and yeah, kind of confusing. I figure the term unlocking your Blu-ray player makes more sense. It'll get more people to kind of look into it. But it really does make a difference. Another important point is you need to run your Blu-ray player directly to your amplifier. This is something that I didn't do in the beginning because it was just so convenient to run it through the TV and then back to the amplifier. Way more convenient, everything went easier, I didn't have to use as many remotes, but I lost fidelity. So when you run your amplifier directly you run your Blu-ray player directly to your amplifier, then to the TV, your TV is not compressing those audio formats, and it makes a big difference. So there's really a lot involved to unlocking your Blu-ray player. HDMI directly to the AVR from the Blu-ray player, turning off the BD audio mix, or I'll put up on the screen what the other setting is, enabling bitstream. That's another important thing. PCM, you really want it set to bitstream. With the Sony, I do not have a bitstream only option. It's PCM or auto. Auto allows bitstream, and bitstream allows the higher formats. And then, you know, using the audio function on your remote, or just the Blu-ray player or the Blu-ray disc menu will allow you to go to different formats. But anyway, I want to do this because, again, I did the previous video and it didn't touch on the fact that you can still get a higher end format on a Blu-ray player, and like the Eagles Farewell One Tour, you have to select that every time. It doesn't just automatically go to the higher end format, and I think that's really important to understand. So that's just my base hack on unlocking the Blu-ray player. Makes a major difference for your Blu-rays that have the higher end formats. And there are some Blu-rays also that allow you to try out both both DTS Master and Dolby True HD. And one of those is Top Gun. There's a particular Top Gun Blu-ray out there that allows both formats, so you can switch back and forth. In that particular case, I really preferred the DTS version over the Dolby version. However, I don't think it's so much the format, but how it was mixed. So that's an interesting thing if you want to check it out further. But I think unlocking your Blu-ray player can really make a big difference, and it's free. So worth checking out. And if you've wondered if Blu-ray is worth it, or if 4K players are worth it, you can get, a lot of times you can get a better format because of the 4K format. So sometimes I could buy a Blu-ray or a 4K disc, not because of the 4K video, but because of the audio format that comes along with it. So anyway, that's my video. I appreciate the support. Again, please follow the links in the description below. It really makes a huge difference. I can't explain that well enough. It's how this channel survives. So I appreciate all the support. I appreciate the subscriptions. I've got some things that are really coming along now. Being able to have the Dolby Atmos in the RV project is awesome. I am so happy I'm to that stage, and so I've got a lot of things happening, so definitely stay tuned. I really appreciate the subscriptions, the views, and all that. I appreciate your comments down below, the likes and the dislikes. You don't like the videos, cool, let me know. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and please subscribe.